Hey everybody, and happy back of Monday to y'all. It feels like I have not been on here for a little minute, even though it's only been a couple of days. But how's everybody's day been? I hope you guys have had a great day, had a good weekend, and everything like that. I hope y'all are staying inside, especially with the snow. I mean, it wasn't that bad. I kind of was underwhelmed, especially with the snowstorm that we just had. Definitely had me, thinking that it was going to be something way more than what it was, even though they told us that we wasn't going to get as much snow. But anyways, that's not the point. Um, well, that's good, James. That you had a good weekend. Um, but yeah, so as you guys know, if you guys have been with us for a while now, you know that we do Pushin Pawns, we do chess, we do all of that. Okay, so we've already been over basically already we passed that now. So what we have been doing for the past probably close to like a month or two was just doing like little tutorials and stuff like that so that we can kind of further our game. So we know how to play, but we're trying to increase how good of a chess player we are. So that's what we're going to continue with. But today, because I've been giving y'all like the beginner stuff like that. So today we're going to get into the intermediate. Okay, so we have, let me see. So it's new to chess, then it's beginner, then it's intermediate, then it's advanced, and then that's it. So we're one step closer to being advanced chess players, y'all. So just stick with me and we will be there. I'll make sure that if I'm there, all of y'all are there with me. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Make sure to share my sound. If y'all know me or if y'all have been, with us for a minute, you definitely know that I'm always forgetting to share my sound. But okay, so here's the intermediate. Um, the one that really caught my eye was definitely winning with tactics. However, I'm gonna just go ahead and go in order. So we're gonna start with making the most of your pieces. Um, and this is pretty much just learning how to maximize the strength of your pieces. So as y'all know, we're going to go ahead and get into a video. Then after that video, we're going to go ahead and start the challenges. So let me go ahead and pull this up. But before we get into the video, I'm going to go ahead and read the comment right here. And it says, bishops are most useful when controlling long, unblocked diagonals. Bishops are particularly useful when you have both of them. So they can control both light and dark squares. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and remove myself from the stream so y'all can have a better view of the bigger screen, and then we're going to go ahead and get started with the video.
While knights are most useful when they are close to the action, bishops are usually best placed on long diagonals where they can control squares from a distance. In this position, the bishop is putting pressure on the A8 square no matter if it's on B7, C6, or G2. So in general, it's better to keep them safe while still attacking key squares. Let's take a look at some examples. One thing to be careful of is that bishops can also be vulnerable to pawn attacks that can push them around. Watch how white traps the black bishop. The bishop has no escape. Bishops work really well together when used as a pair. Together, they can cover a lot of squares and make up for the fact that each bishop only attacks one color. Look at all the squares these bishops control together in black's territory. Bishops also pair nicely with the queen, who often goes in for the attack while protected from the bishop from behind. Let's take a look at this attack with the queen and see how both bishops work together to help checkmate the black king. The queen checks the king on h8 and delivers checkmate. Notice the dark square bishop joins the battle and prevents the king from escaping. It's game over. One good question to always ask yourself is, which diagonal would the bishop be most effective on? Let's see if you can answer that in the questions.
Okay, so that was the video. So pretty much it was essentially just talking about pretty much literally as it says, using your bishops, whether that be using two bishops together or using the bishop to protect your queen. So let's go ahead and get into the challenges. So it says it's white's move, and white has two attackers on black's central d5 pawn. d5 is right here, so this pawn, and black has two defenders. So how can white's bishop join the game and help add pressure to black's d5 pawn? Okay, so first things first, let me go ahead and look at the attackers on that square. And so first thing that I seen was obvious, well, not obviously, but the queen. And you know, she's attacking diagonally, and then our knight right here is attacking, you know, in that 7 or L shape, however you want to think about it. Now, one thing that I have noticed definitely, um, especially with this, is when it's a segment talking about bishops, 9 times out of 10 it's going to ask you to use your bishop. So you know, there's that. But the only thing with that is I do only see one bishop on the board, unless I'm overlooking it, but I do believe that we only have one bishop. Therefore, and the one bishop that we have is on a black square, or a dark color square, however you want to phrase it. So my next guess would be to use a knight to go ahead and plan that attack. So the way that we can do that, and I'm, you know, just looking through right now, looking at, you know, the movements that I can potentially, you know, get to. And then that's another thing that I always say, just want to, you know, make that clear, is that I'm learning with you guys. Like, I've never seen these challenges before. I want to, you know, be able to do these with you guys. So if I don't see, you know, if I don't see, what am I trying to say? If I don't see like the key or the way to, you know, go about it right, like right away, don't like hold it against me or nothing like that. Cause like I said, I'm doing these challenges with you guys. But okay, so how can White's bishop join the game and help add pressure to Black's? So, okay, so I am using the bishop. I guess it's more or less protecting the square that it would. Okay, so d5, this is the pawn right here, and we're adding pressure. But in the game of chess, black can't move. I mean, not black, sorry. Pawns can't move left or right, and they can't move backwards. I have to be looking over a bishop, but I'm not. Okay. Anyway, so I guess the only thing that I can see really is moving to E3, but I don't see that helping with anything. um, White has 2 attackers on Black's central d5 pawn, and Black has 2 defenders. How can White's bishop join the game and help add pressure to Black's pawn? Okay, I'm gonna try this, moving to right here. Okay, I figured that was wrong. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do a hint because I'm confused. Nice try, but the d4 pawn already has enough protection. How can this bishop help us fight against the d5 pawn? All right, so I'm using hint. How can White's bishop attack a key defender? Okay, so we're attacking a key defender. Okay. Go ahead and go right there. So, bishop to g5 is correct. You got it. White attacks and pins Black's knight on f6, threatening to remove a defender of the d5 pawn. Black's d5 pawn will soon fall. Okay, so next. All right, so White to move, so it's White to move again. Black has 3 connected passed pawns marching forward. Black's c pawn is ready to promote on the next move. Can you find a way to save the game for White? All right, so the c pawn is going to promote right here. Now, the way to stop that is by protecting that square. So it says, excellent job. White's bishop freezes all of Black's pawns, ready to capture any pawn that advances. Black pushes the e pawn, deciding not to wait for White's king to capture all of the pawns. How can White secure the draw? I feel like it would just be attacking this pawn right here, because you're still protecting that square. Okay, so it says, excellent job. White's king will collect the last 2 pawns and draw. All right, so next piece. Okay, so it's Black's turn to move this time. So White is threatening to capture a pawn and fork Black's rooks. Can you find the best defense? All right, so if you guys do remember, forking is essentially literally being in the middle of 2 pieces and attacking both pieces at the same time. So let's read this again. White is threatening to capture a pawn and fork Black's rooks. All right, so right here. Well, hold on. White. Okay, yeah, it's he's threatening to do that with his knight right here. Okay, so can you find the best defense? Let's see. If I move my bishop, um, if I move my bishop to D, was it not letting me do that? Oh, it's black's move. I'm tripping. Okay, can you find the best defense? Okay, so oh, okay, okay, all right. Sorry, y'all. I misread, misunderstood, all of that. Okay, so I need to protect this square right here on C7, and to do that, I assume I go right there to D8. Okay, so it says bishop to D8 is correct. A resourceful bishop move. Nicely done. Black's bishop protects the weak C7 pawn and prevents any forking ideas from white's. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and get into white again. So it's white's move, and it says black's two rooks are ready to outpower white's bishops. Can you combine the strength of your bishops and force a checkmate in two moves? Okay, so now this is when stuff like this gets tricky for me. And having to, like, I don't know, it's hard for me to see the moves ahead. That's, I guess, my biggest issue is actually seeing, especially like on the chessboard with the diagonals. It's because, like, I'll think that two diagonals are lining up when really they're not. Because, I'm trying to think ahead, which, I don't know, it'd be confusing me. But anyway, so it says, can you combine the strength of your bishops and force a checkmate in two moves? So I'm moving white or whatever. And force a checkmate. So, so I feel like the first one would be to come right here. All right, so it says, excellent. Black's king is forced into the corner, deliver checkmate. And then checkmate would just be moving right here, right? Okay. So it says, look at the power of those two bishops, checkmate. Okay, so it says white to move. White's bishop on D3 is miserable. So D3 right here, just showing you guys. What is the best? Oh wait, it's blocked in every direction. What is the best way to make this passive piece active? Okay, so saying that when two pawns are face to face, they can't move because in chess, pawns are only able to go forward unless they're attacking, which they move diagonally. But obviously, there's nothing for either piece to attack. So I'm going to go ahead and move this piece up so that it gives, more active space. So it says, powerful move. White attacked the knight and opened up several squares for the bishop. How can you use the liberated light squared bishop to win material? All right, so let's see the first. Okay, so there's obviously the rook back there on H8. Now, I wouldn't be able to directly take it. Well, really, I wouldn't be winning material in that case anyways, actually. So, let me see here. Well, I mean, let me see. Okay, how can you use the liberated light squared bishop to win material? Sorry, y'all. I'm still trying to make sure that I'm looking through, everything. Bishop to D4. Let me see if I don't know if you said that, like, bishop to D4. I don't see where. Okay, let me show the audience. Okay, so bishop to E4. All right, let's try that instead. Okay, bishop to E4. Okay, so bishop to E4 is correct. Take care of your pieces and they will take care of you. White's newly active bishop attacks black's trapped rook on A8. Let's capture the rook before it escapes. Okay, in my defense, I was only looking to the right of the chessboard, not to the left, but thank you for that. But okay, so all right, so as you guys see, we did complete these challenges. So now we're going to move on to the next lesson, which is using your knights. So I'm going to go ahead and start the video, take myself off the screen so you guys can have a better view, and then we'll go ahead and get into that. I would like to play. You let me know when we can set that up. Okay, see, I've been trying to say this for the longest time, but either I'll reach out to you or you can reach out to me or whatever, and we can definitely set that up. So, all right, let me go ahead and do that.
There are few things as satisfying in chess as making a good move with the knight. Maybe it's because it's the only piece that can jump. Or maybe it's because with each new square the knight lands on, there are now 8 new squares of possibilities to consider. The knight is so full of potential, if you use it correctly, that is. In order to make the most of your knights, you will need to put them on squares where they have the most possibilities. Let's see what happens when you put a knight into the corner. How many squares can it move to? Right, only 2 squares. Now let's see the knight on the side of the board. How many squares now? That's right, only 4. And how many squares can the knight move to now that we've placed the piece in its favorite place, directly in the center? That's right, 8. The knight loves being in the center of the board where it can leap into action anywhere. And if you really are looking to maximize the knight, place the knight on the 6th rank, where it not only controls the center, but it also is eyeing the valuable pieces that are often found on the 8th rank, like the king. Look at how dangerous this knight is. Knights also work really well when used together with the queen. Together, they cover all of the potential black king moves. Just look at this checkmating duo. One final point about the knight is this. The knight is usually the best blockader of an advanced enemy pawn. Rooks hate getting stuck in front of pawns, and bishops aren't that much better, but knights feel right at home blocking pawns. Now it's your turn to see if you know how to activate your knights.
Okay, y'all. So, all right. So, let me just go ahead and show the comments really fast. Okay, you said I'm not good, but I'm learning. That's good. I mean, at least you're starting off somewhere. So I'm just playing. I've been giving up my lights. Like, honestly, nights are, I don't know, I'm learning how to get better with them. Because I do like nights, but it's kind of, it's like a hit or miss with them, kind of. You gotta really pay attention. But okay, so it's white's move first. Dang, and I was looking at it while I was watching the video too, like I forgot to read his comment, but whatever. So okay, so white to move. White has one more minor piece to develop. Where is white's knight on B1 best placed? So based on the video, he was talking about, or at the beginning, he was saying, um, having more space, being closer to the middle gives you more room pretty much. And then in chess, you always, like I, have been saying, you guys always want to pay attention to the center of the board. So moving your knight to C3, one, as you guys can see, it controls this square right here, or, protects it, or however you guys want to phrase it, on D5. But it's just closer to the action. So, okay, moving your knight, sorry, to C3 is correct. Look at that centralized knight. Great job. White's knight controls the E4 square and adds pressure to black's pawn on D5. Okay, so next challenge. Let me see. Okay, so it says white to move. White's knight on A3 isn't very happy sitting away from the action. How can you activate this knight and create a threat? So on A3, if I move my knight to C4, I would be threatening this pawn right here. Let me see. And I feel like let me see. Either way, but I feel like this is the best place to go. Sorry, y'all, I was looking at moving to B5. But and that's still attacking a pawn right here, but I feel like, being once again closer to the center of the board. So, nicely done. White brings the knight toward the center and adds a third attacker to the E5 pawn. All right, so next challenge. White to move. White's knight would love to plant itself on F6, forking black's major pieces and king. How can the knight reach the f6 square in 2 moves? Okay, so f6, just so everybody is clear, f6 is right here. I hope you guys can see my mouse. So we're trying to get this knight right there. So first move would be moving right there. Okay, so it says, great job. White's knight is ready to move on to f6, but now black is threatening checkmate on g2. What should white do? So g2 is right there, so he needs to move back to be able to protect that square. And oh, okay, let me see. There is a much stronger move in the position. Try to find it. Okay. Dang. There is a much stronger move in the position. Try to find it. Well, I guess still moving to f6, but now I'm checking. Okay. Oh, okay. Because yeah, okay. So moving to still going through with my plan and moving to f6. One, as you guys seen, I was checking the king, and then I also, because the king had to move while forking. Okay, see, if I'd have, paid a little bit more attention, it's okay. But if you guys remember, it did say White's knight would love to plant itself on f6, forking Black's major pieces and king. So that's still what it did at the end. But okay, so it says, you got it. White does not get distracted by the checkmate threat and forks Black's king, queen, and rook. Now let's find the best way to capture Black's queen. I'm trying to see if that's like a double meaning, but I feel like it would still be using the knight because I would rather lose my knight than lose my queen. Okay, so it says impressive knight play. Keep up the great work. All right, so once again, it's White's move, and it says Black's bishop and rooks want to become more active once the e6 pawn moves. What is White's best move in this position? So let me just reread that again, because I always like to read it, but then reread it though, just to make sure, But okay, so Black's bishop and rooks want to become more active once the e6 pawn moves, and the e6 pawn is right here. Okay. Let me see. Bishop and rooks. Okay. So, what is White's best move in this position? I feel like it would be moving the knight to g5. But then I don't know because let me see. I could move it to d4 too. Let me see. I keep saying that because I'm trying to make sure that I make the best decision so that my audience doesn't say anything. Let me see. Let me see. What is White's best move in this position? Okay, so I know it has something to do with the knight, and it's either moving to d4 or moving to g5. Now, if I move to d4, is that where I was saying? Yeah, d4. That is being in the center of the board. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with that. I knew it was right. Okay, White's knight is kicked out of the center, and Black's light square bishop is free. Try again. So I mean, am I supposed to be attacking that? No, because I can't attack it. I don't. Let me see. White's knight is kicked out of the center, and Black's light square bishop is free. Try again. Okay, Black's bishop and rooks want to become more active on the east once the e6 pawn moves. What is White's best move in this position? All right, let me try moving to the other square. I don't even think that's right either. This does not prevent Black's idea from pushing the e6 pawn. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and use a hint. How can White prevent Black from freeing the position by pushing the e6 pawn? Oh, okay. I thought that okay. Your positional skills are improving. White's knight enjoys a great central square and blockades the e6 pawn, preventing it from moving. Okay, so I was thinking that it was just once it does move. All right. So it's White's move again. Black is ready to play d2 and promote the pawn. D2, just so you guys can follow, is right there. How can White best defend against this dangerous pawn? And it looks like that would be on. Mm, hold on. I'm not even gonna say that because I don't think it is. Black is ready to play D2. Oh, I'm tripping. Okay, anyways, okay. Um, well, based on the last one, I'm gonna go ahead and block that. So, great defense. White's knight blockades the passed pawn and attacks black's bishop on B3. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and move on to using your rooks. So y'all know the drill. I'm gonna go ahead and remove myself from the screen and then just, play the video. So let me go ahead and do that.
Rooks are the second most powerful pieces in chess, if you use them right, that is. At the beginning of the game, the rooks are on the most useless squares. But once you get to the right spot, the rooks are very useful. One place rooks like to be is on open files. An open file is one where there are no pawns at all. On an open file, a rook can see all the way across the board. Even more powerful is having two rooks on the open file. Notice with both of White's rooks on the open e-file, Black's rooks are no match to fight against them on the e-file. Another good place for a rook is on a semi-open file. A semi-open file is where there are only pawns from one army on that file. This might mean that your rook is attacking your opponent's pawn, like this. Or the rook is protecting your own pawn, which you are probably trying to push. Finally, the best place for a rook is on the 7th rank. Here it attacks your opponent's pawns and also cuts off the opponent's king. When you get two rooks together on the 7th rank, they are so unstoppable they have earned the nickname Pigs on the 7th. Let's see if you can put your rooks on their best squares.
Okay, so that was that. So now I'm gonna go ahead and read this comment before I forget. So, put your rooks on open files where they won't be blocked by pawns. Rooks are also good on semi-open files, attacking opposing pawns or defending your pawns. Rooks are effective in batteries working together on an open rank or file, especially the 7th rank. All right, so once again, it is White's move. So it says, let's activate White's rook and prepare to attack Black's only unprotected pawn. All right, so first thing that I'm going to do is look for the only pawn that is unprotected. So it's none of these three. I already looked through those. The king is protecting both G7 and F7. And then the pawn right here on G6 is protected by this pawn right here on right there, sorry, on F7. So then this pawn right here is protected by the rook right here. This pawn is protected by this pawn right here. So sorry, this pawn on B5 is protected by the pawn on A6. So these two pawns right here are both protected. So the only one that isn't protected is the one on C6. And just to be sure, I'm going to go ahead and look, to its surroundings, but its surroundings, I guess. And yeah, it is unprotected. So I'm going to go ahead and move my rook to D1. So it says, excellent. White's rook moves to an open file and prepare to attack Black's weak C6 pawn. Now that Black's rook protects the C6 pawn, the A6 pawn is no longer protected. Can you find a plan to now attack Black's A6 pawn? So my first thought would be to move right here to D7, which allows me to, maneuver through that area. So it says, you got it. You got it. White's rook invades Black's territory. Black tries to prevent White's rook from attacking the A6 pawn, but now the C6 pawn is unprotected. How can White win the C6 pawn? I feel like it would just be moving right. Oh, okay, nice try, but there's a stronger move. Okay. Okay, very good. Black cannot prevent us from winning material. Let's capture the weak C6 pawn. Okay. Great work activating your rook and targeting weaknesses. Okay. So now it says it's White's move again. It says the rooks are battling over White's C pawn. How can White attack a black rook and advance the passed pawn? So let me see. How can White attack a black rook and advance the passed pawn? Okay. Okay, so let me see. The rooks are battling over the sea pawn. How can white attack a black rook? Um, I'm trying to see which rook would be, I guess, most beneficial to attack first. So, okay, if I went for I think the pawn, sorry, the rook, dang. I was thinking the rook on the seventh rank because that's, the next step for my pawn to go. This does not advance white's pass pawn and attack a black rook. How was it? Oh, so I'm actually supposed to advance the pawn. Okay. All right, so you got it. Black's rook tries to block the promotion square, but now white can eliminate the rook. You got it. Black's rook tries to block the promotion square, but now white can eliminate the rook on c8. Play the move. Okay. Hold on. I gotta read it again. Black's rook tries to block the promotion square, but now white can eliminate the rook on c8. Play the move. I'm trying to see. Okay. Nicely done. White attacks both black's king and rook on c8, eliminating black's defense for the c pawn. All right, so next one. White to move. Black just played queen to e7, e7, which is right here, attacking white's pawn on e4, which is right there. Let's set up a trap by castling. So, castling. Okay, so black falls into the trap, thinking white forgot about the pawn. Now that the e-file is open, can you find a way to win black's queen? Um, let's see. All right, you got it. White's active rook pins the queen to black's king. Okay, so once again, it's white's move. It says black's queen and pass pawn look very dangerous, but white's rook can work together to win black's queen. Can you find the forcing moves to make this happen? Um, let me see. Hold on. I gotta stop doing that. I gotta stop making moves to see what will happen. I have to actually be strategic about what I'm, doing. But I'm thinking of moving to B6 in hopes kind of that it'll attack, but then I don't think that it will. So, but then if I move my my rook on B1 to F1, let me see. Can you find the forcing move? But white's rook can work together to win black's queen. All right, we're going to try this one first. Okay, this is not forcing enough. Try again. So then moving right here. This is not forcing enough. Try again. Okay, maybe move right there. Okay, great start. White forces black's king off the back rank and closer to the same rank as the queen. How can you force black's king to join the sixth rank with the black queen? And I feel like that would be moving right there. I'm scared. Hold on. Because I don't want to move. I don't want to move to the eighth rank. To the seventh rank. Sorry, and then the king moves back to the eighth rank. Okay. See, all right. Black's king is not forced to the same rank as the queen. So white can be forced to repeat moves. Try again. And then I don't want to move to F1 because that's still protecting that entire file. So, with that being said, let me see. Black's king is forced to the same rank as the queen, is not forced. So why would not? Oh, okay. I see. It took me a minute, y'all, but I found it. Okay, you got it. Now that Black's king is forced to the same rank as the queen, can you find a way to win Black's queen? All right, let me think. Okay, so now that Black's king is forced. I don't know how effective this plan would be, really. Because I'm thinking of moving to F8. Now the Black's king is forced to the same rank as the queen. Can you find a way to win Black's queen? I'm definitely not going to move to B6 simply because that, you know, well, that's not my first. It's not going to be my first move. Okay. This does not win the queen. Okay, I thought that the queen might go behind to y'all. Like I said, I'm doing these challenges with y'all, so don't hold it against me or nothing like that. Um, let me see. Um, let me see. Maybe that's right. Oh wow. Okay. You are dangerous with a pair of rooks. Black's queen is now pinned to the king. Um, when White's extra rook should be enough to easily win the game. All right. Sorry. Hold on. Let me just look. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, so White's move. Black has a dangerous pass pawn on d2 that White cannot prevent from promoting. Things look bad, but can you find a clever way to win Black's pawn once it promotes to d1? Dang. I feel like, ooh, hold on. I was fit to move to d3, but then that pawn on e4 can capture me too. But I'm trying to think. I don't think that it would necessarily jeopardize its ability to promote, but you know, it wouldn't necessarily be jeopardizing it; it's protecting it more than anything. Um, and obviously, I can't move to just c1 because then the pawn could capture me there as well. Um, I wonder if it's more than one move, but can you find a clever way to win Black's pawn once it promotes to d1? Because I'm thinking of moving to c2, and then once it, well, I was going to say I'm thinking of moving to c2, but then once it promotes, moving to d2 to capture it that way. But it can just as easily capture me once I do move to d2. So, so let's look at this again. And I really don't want to move to d3, but I feel like that's what I'm supposed to do, really. Yeah, because then too, I will be attacking the king, which would in turn make, CPR, capture, protect, retreat. So I'm gonna just go ahead and use a hint. All right, so Black's king and pass pawn are lined up on the d file. Where can White's rook safely deliver a check on that? Okay, yeah, safely deliver a check. That didn't really help. Black's king and pass pawn are lined up on the d file. Where can White's rook safely deliver a check on that file? This is aggravating a little bit because all right, let me just run through it again just to make sure I'm not tripping. If I move to C1, but no, okay, so now I'm trying to establish a check on that file, on the D file. So moving to D3, this pawn right there can easily capture me. I can't necessarily go up then go over because, as you know, rooks don't move diagonally. So if I move to C4, then the king could capture me. Let me just try it. Let me just try it. Okay. So that's incorrect. This move does not allow White to win the soon to be promoted d1. The pawn on d1. Try again. Let me just go ahead and go with the solution because this is. But how is okay? Beautiful move. Black cannot stop White from checking on the d8 square, winning the d pawn. Play the winning move. Hold on. Oh, hold on. I'm finna have to run through this one again just because, obviously I didn't catch it right away. So I moved my rook, or technically they did, to C8 right here, and they still promoted. Okay. Okay. I thought I see. I know. I'm pretty sure I asked it about that one if it was more than one move. But I didn't know. But anyways, so I'm gonna just go ahead and take myself off the screen once again, play this video, and then we'll get into another challenge.
The queen is unquestionably the most powerful piece in chess, but knowing when and where to use the queen can be a challenge. On the one hand, she has great attacking potential. On the other hand, the queen can get trapped, so be careful. The black queen can't escape. The queen is best used when supported by at least a few other pieces. Don't bring the queen out too early, however, or you might lose a bunch of time as she gets chased around. Queens can work very well when paired with bishops, like in this position. The light-squared bishop delivers checkmate as it's supported by the queen, and also notice the dark-squared bishop prevents the king from escaping. The queen and knight also work well together, like in this position. She can also be deadly when used with rooks, either in front or behind the rook. And because she can attack so many squares at once, her best use is when directly going after your opponent's king. Checkmate. Watch as a white queen invades the black king side. Game over. Now let's see if you can make the most of your queen.
Okay, sorry, y'all. But okay, so that was that. So his comment is queens are very powerful, but you must be careful not to lose her for less valuable pieces. For that reason, queens often develop a little later than other pieces. The best use of a queen is to target the opposing king with help from other pieces. And we definitely did go into that like probably a few weeks ago, really, as far as like the value of pieces. There's an actual segment called Value of Pieces where it talks about even trades, or because if you're going to attack somebody, you want to make sure that either if you're doing a trade, it's either an even trade or you're gaining more material than if you, I don't want to say material, gaining more points than if you didn't trade or whatever. Anyway, so it says white to move, so it's white to move. The queen is white's only hope to survive this position and possibly win. Black is threatening to promote the A pawn on the next move. Use the powerful queen and find the only winning move for white. All right, so white's queen is too passive and will not be able to stop both pawns from promoting. Try to find a more active queen move. Dang, what am I? So am I supposed to? Okay, nice try. But this move doesn't prevent black from promoting the dangerous A pawn. I mean, I thought it would if I'm. Oh, but then the rook is right there too. I seen it, but I just didn't, think that would stop. I don't know. Anyways, I want to move to freaking B1, but I don't know if that's gonna do anything either. Black is threatening to promote the A pawn on the next move. Use the powerful queen and find the only winning move for white. Let's see if moving to B1 will do anything. Dang, nice try. All right, we're going to go ahead and look at a hint. Look at the queen's most forcing move, checks. Oh. But if I may, be moving to, sorry, no, not that, I promise y'all I did not mean to move there. The mouse was stuck and I was trying to, anyways, okay, maybe if I move right there. All right, great job. White's queen forks the king and rook. How can white win material and prevent black from safely promoting the a pawn? Oops. All right, excellent. White captures the rook, forking the king and pawn on a2. Eliminate black's dangerous a pawn. All right, y'all, the next one, I'm not using no hint. I'm going to get it. So it says, well done. White's powerful queen saved the game, and now white is winning. All right, so it's white's move again. It says, black is up a rook and is offering a trade of queens. Should white trade queens, or can you find a stronger idea? So, as literally like I was just saying, when trading, you want to make sure that it's either equal or of greater value. Sorry, I know I keep spinning it, but I'm trying to, you know how you move the mouse. Anyway, so okay, should white trade queens, or can you find a stronger idea? Um, I'm kind of. I was going to say I'm tempted to move to B1, but that doesn't necessarily stop the queen on B4 from attacking my queen on D2. So would I have to maybe protect? Not like that, but maybe. Mm, okay, I know that it's definitely not. Well, I'm pretty sure that it's not the queen trade. I feel like there is definitely something better. Um, should white trade queens, or can you find a stronger idea? So me moving to D1 would be a passive strategy. So a stronger play. Um, I feel like a stronger play would be forking, but I'm not too sure. Let me see here. Um, I'm gonna have to practice on my own because this is not okay. Let me see. Um, I don't want to use a hint. Okay. And then I don't want to. Okay, you know what? We just gonna come right here. I know that's wrong. All right, nice try, but there is a much stronger attacking move with the queen. Oh, maybe moving right. I don't think that's right. Okay, yeah, nice try, but there is a much stronger move. All right, let me go ahead. Dang, I did say I wasn't gonna use no here. I can't even use one now. All right, I got it. I got it, y'all. I'm playing with y'all. That's why I'm not doing it right, because I'm playing with y'all. I just want to see what y'all's gonna say. um, dang. Maybe. Okay, you know what? I might just have to use a hand. I'm gonna try like 2 more times, and then if I don't get it right, then dang man, I don't know. I'm scared. I don't like you getting them wrong. Okay, let me think. Okay, so if I move to F4, moving to F4, that doesn't stop the queen from attacking my queen. Moving to B1, moving that doesn't necessarily stop it either. And I already did that. Moving, would it be attacking the queen? But I mean, even still, if I attack the queen, then they'll get more points for that because they'll have my queen. I mean, no. There is a much stronger move, a much stronger attacking move with the queen. Let me see. Let me see. All right. Black removed white's most dangerous piece, the queen, and is now simply up at rook with the winning position. Okay, so I figured that wasn't right. Y'all, this is giving me a headache. I gotta use a hint. I'm sorry. White's pawn on f6 would love for the queen to join an attack. See, okay, let me tell y'all. I promise y'all, I promise you, I promise you guys, I really did think about going up there, but my only thing was every time I looked at it, I was gonna get attacked, like my queen was gonna be taken. White's pawn on f6, so right there, would love for the queen to join an attack against the king. Would love. Oh, I'm tripping. I'm white. Okay. um, Nice try, but there isn't much. Oh my goodness, y'all. I really do got a headache now. Let me see. Not. Oh my goodness. Forget it. Forget it. Forget it. Forget it. Okay. You have an eye for the attack. Black is forced to weaken the dark squares around the king. Can you find a forest mate? Okay, so G5. Sorry, though, I'm quiet because I'm trying to see, why that made the piece move or the pawn move. Sorry. So if I went to okay, so my queen came to G5. Um, Black is forced to weaken. Then what? So okay, I'm attacking these squares. Is that what you're saying? Or with the anyway. Can you find a forest mate in 2? Oh, I think I see why it moved up now. Actually, kind of. I think I see. I don't know. Okay. I think I see it. All right, excellent move. Black prepares to defend the G7 square with queen to F8. Let's deliver checkmate before Black can defend. All right. Nice work attacking the enemy king. Okay, y'all. So at the end of the day, for that one, I still did the last 2 parts by myself. So I think I still deserve my credit. So it's like no, okay, so it's White's move again. White is down serious material, but the queen and 2 bishops are pointing at Black's weakened king side. Can you find a crushing move that immediately ends the game? All right, so I'm white. White is down serious material, but the queen and 2 bishops are pointing at Black's weakened king side. So, all right. My first thought was moving my bishop on B2 to, oops, dang, did I even do that? Sorry, y'all. I don't know if y'all seen that, but anyway. Anyways, so if I move my bishop to H8, but then let's say that my king or the king, whatever, decided, well, yeah, it's not my king, but let's say that Black's king decided to capture. There's a few ways that they can get out of that, so I don't think that would be it. Then I can come and attack this pawn right here on F7. They can't move there. Uh, F7 is white, so I'll be moving this pawn. I mean, this bishop. Um, they can't move there. This will be there. I wonder how many moves it's supposed to be. We're gonna see. Let me see. All right, dang. White is down too much material. Try to find a move that immediately wins for white. I wonder if it's adding. Let me see. Can't move there. I was thinking of moving my queen to G6, but then that pawn right there. Um, let me see. But no, that's not right. Let me see. Nice try, but white is down too much material. Try to find a move that immediately wins for white. Saying that I can't get, never mind, I ain't gonna say that. Not gonna say that. Okay. Um, let's see. Moving to F7. Moving to see, yeah, the only pieces that would attack. Let me see. I don't think that's right. Oh, fantastic. Black's pawn. Oh, no. Okay, hold on. Let me finish reading it. Fantastic. Black's pawn on F7 is pinned, so white's two powerful bishops join the queen in delivering checkmate. Oh, okay. I see. Okay, so it's white's move. Um, White's king is in serious danger as black threatens checkmate on A1. Right. Oops, right there. Can you find an aggressive checkmate? I mean, an aggressive queen. Did I read all of that? White's king is in serious danger as black threatens checkmate on A1. Can you find an aggressive queen move that saves white's position? An aggressive queen move that saves white's position. So it's threatening checkmate right there. An aggressive queen move that saves. I feel like the one of the main things that I have seen as far as like with these challenges is either forking or attacking your opponent's piece before they attack yours, I guess. So can you find an aggressive queen move that saves white's position? So let's say that I came, if I went, no, I can't even reach that square, never mind. Um, ooh, I think I see it. This is crazy. Okay, you have the right idea, but this is not a safe square. Can you find a surprising move that allows the queen to move to the diagonal? Would it be two moves? Let me try two moves. All right, this is not an aggressive queen move. Um, Dang. Okay, and it's almost 8 o'clock too, so I need to hurry up. All right. This is crazy, y'all. This is really crazy. Okay. All right. An aggressive queen move. For the sake of time, I really am tempted to go ahead and just use the hint. Let me see. Okay, can you take advantage of the pin to allow your queen to protect the A1 square? Take advantage of a pin. What piece is pinned to the other piece? Let me see. Oh, dang, it is 8 o'clock. All right, because I was going to look and see how much time I got left. Okay. Can you take advantage of a pin to allow your queen to protect the A1 square? A pin. I feel like these two are pinned, but I don't think that has nothing to do with it. Or, nothing. Let me see. All right. Wonderful White takes advantage of the pin G7 pawn winning a knight and protecting the checkmate square on a1. Black moves the king out of the pen, now threatening to capture white's queen. Sorry. How can white move the queen to safety and remain a piece up? I'm trying to see first what piece is threatening my queen. Oh, I'm tripping the pawn. All right, after I'm gonna finish after this challenge is over. This move does not. I wonder if it's moving right there. All right, you got it. White is up a piece, and white's queen protects the weak a file while still looking at attacking chances on the king side. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna keep practicing on my own so that I don't have to keep embarrassing myself like that. But before we end, I just want to say thank you all for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed today's segment. Thank you to all of our commenters for being active with me. I don't know if you're still watching, James, but if you are, like I said, either you can text me or I can reach out to you, so that we can definitely get that set up. And then for anybody else that wants to play me, we can definitely get that set up. But yeah, so I hope you guys have a good rest of your week, I guess, and I will see y'all on Friday with Miss Zaria at 4:30 p.m. So, bye guys. Let me see. I'm trying to make sure there's nothing else that I can say. Also, y'all be sure to check out our YouTube channel if you have missed any of our previous videos or anything like that. Be sure to check those out on our YouTube page so that you guys, and it's just Macam. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's Make a Chess Move. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Make a Chess Move dash Macam. So yeah, be sure to check that out if you guys missed any of our previous videos. But as y'all see, he did say let's set it up. So it'll probably be if he's free like next week sometime, because like I said, I do have something or have Nazaria on Friday. But anyways, y'all, so I will catch up with y'all on Friday. Have a good rest of y'all's week, and I'll see y'all Friday. Bye guys.